in September, so I have these all year long. Which means
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon.
Thank you so much. My name is Alita Williams. I am the president of the Rotary Club of Chicago. And today I would like to, I'm on the wrong page, open the 5,704th meeting of our club. And with that, Lisa Russ is going to do the thought of the day.
Thanks, President Alita. I had the neat opportunity on Sunday, on Father's Day, to participate in a 25-year tradition in Evanston. It's called the Race Against Hate. Margaret, you probably have done this before. Actually, Chicagoans from all over participate as well. But this is a former Northwestern assistant basketball coach, Ricky Birdsong, who was shot and killed 25 years ago while he was on a jog in the area, simply for being African American. So it was a hate crime. And the response to that action turned into this now 25-year tradition of people from all over the place, and it's a really beautiful thing. And I know I have done this quote before myself, and I'm sure that we have heard this a number of times, but I love this so much that I wanted to do this quote for the thought of the day. Because as it says on the Race for Hate site, it is one of Ricky Birdsong's favorite quotes and one he tried to instill in his family and players. And it's that one on attitude. It's actually Charles Swindoll is the original author of this quote. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. We have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change the past, and we cannot change how other people will act. We cannot change the inevitable. But the only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So as Rotarians, we have that string that we play on. And we're about to begin a new Rotary year. And I ask everyone in this room, I see we have 18 people on Zoom, to think about that string and put that into use in this coming year. Thank you.
And so, with my last meeting of the year, so excited. I have the distinct honor of signing a new sister club agreement with the Rotary Club of Cochabamba. In Bolivia. We have done so many great work with them over the years, and especially our last service project we did with them. And so this signing of this agreement just makes it all official about how much work we've done together and how much we look forward to moving forward and doing much more work together. And so if we could highlight Santiago.
Okay. Para los que están presentes en Cochabamba, nuestra presidenta Alita Williams ha dicho que es un gran placer para ella firmar este acuerdo de hermandad entre nuestros clubes, ya que hemos trabajado varios años juntos y hemos hecho varias subvenciones globales, no solamente con Cochabamba, sino ustedes saben, en Sucre, Santa Cruz, en Miesque, Clisa, y creo que eso es todo por ahora. Bueno, de modo que es una gran alegría poner en papel la relación que hemos construido a lo largo de estos años. Past District Governor Santiago Jofre Aguar is going to sign the agreement with us. Así que, Santiago, cuando estés listo, sería muy lindo firmar al mismo tiempo con nuestro presidente.
Bien, muchas gracias, Margarita. Muy contentos de estar hoy día con ustedes compartiendo esta reunión.
I'm very pleased to be without you sharing this special meeting. ¿Querrías decir algunas otras palabras?
Sí, agradecidos a muchos presidentes de nuestro club que han trabajado incansablemente para llevar adelante los proyectos. Hoy día los tenemos presentes.
Bueno, dice several club presidents of Rotary Club Cochabamba have been working with us in our projects. Betsy, you've been the best partner in adventure. And so they're very grateful that we are beginning this relationship, which consolidates what we've been building in the last years.
So
Okay.
with that, let's sign our agreement.
Ahora nuestra presidente está por firmar el acuerdo, lo está firmando en estos momentos. No sé si la puedes ver o lo va a mostrar en la pantalla. Así que lo vas a firmar de tu parte.
Sí, sí.
Ok, it's signed.
Eh, Thank you so much for your work, and we look forward to continue to do more work together.
Ok, muchísimas gracias por el trabajo que han hecho con nosotros y esperamos continuar haciendo más proyectos juntos. Gracias, Santiago. Abrazos para
Gracias.
todos.
Estamos, como les decía, muy contentos y seguros de que vamos a poder hacer grandes proyectos con la hermandad que hoy formalizamos.
Okay, he's sure we're going to be making even bigger projects with the relationship we're starting today between our clubs.
Thank you.
Okay, muchísimas gracias a todos.
Thank you. Okay. So next. Yep. And thank you, Margaret, for being a wonderful translator. And so now I'd like to invite up Sarah to introduce our CPS Opportunity Grant recipients.
Okay, good afternoon. So I am Sarah Buck, and I am co-chair of our Community Service Committee with Wes. And just so those of you who may not know already, so next week is my president installation. And so I will be stepping aside, and Lisa has graciously agreed to step in as the co-chair of the Community Service Committee. So Lisa Russ will be filling in with Wes. So today I'm very happy to bring to you our recipients of our CPS grants. So our committee for 5 years now has put together a request for proposal for CPS teachers. And we have winners here with us today. So there were 7 schools that earned a grant. They can apply for up to $3,000. So this year we gave away $20,000 in grants. And so I invite each of them, if you'll come up collectively, each of the winners who are here today. You are teachers and you know how to stick to a lesson plan on time. So you have at most 2 minutes to share what your project is. So start with who you are. So your name, your school, and your project. So I will get out of the way, and the floor is speak into the mic so that the Zoom people can hear you. Yep.
Good afternoon. My name is Janice Mathis. I am here from Parkside STEAM Community Academy on the south side of Chicago. And I would like to thank you so much for considering us for this grant. The name of my grant proposal was the Creation Station, and it is to create a maker space for my students. At the time, I taught 6th through 8th grade science, but I'm also acting in capacity as STEAM coach. So I wanted to create a larger space where more students could be impacted. So the purchase would provide 3D printers, a laser engraver, vinyl cutters, and heat presses, so students are able to create their own materials and to explore all of the technology that will allow them to be successful. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Diana Zapata. I am a second grade bilingual teacher at Hagen Elementary in Albany Park. My proposal is aimed at enhancing the literacy skills of newcomer students. Newcomers, if you're not familiar with newcomer term, these are students that have been in the country for less than 3 years. And that's the type of students that I work with. Most of them have little to no prior schooling. This recent school year had a student that when she arrived in my classroom, that was the first time that she was in school. So she missed 3 years of schooling. She didn't know how to write. She didn't know how to read either. And now she's reading syllables, and she started I think she came in January, the beginning of the school, mid-school year. So my proposal is to buy independent leveled readers in Spanish. We do have small group interventions, and we do have tutors that take these students out. However, that's not enough support that what the students need. So I hope that with these independent leveled readers, they would enhance their literacy skills, and they'll be able to, my main goal is for them to be able to read once they leave second grade. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia Kalianis. I teach at Edgar Allan Poe Classical School. It's on the south side in the Pullman neighborhood. My grant proposal was for the first Lego League, for the Challenge League. So it's for grades 4 to 8, and this is actually going to focus on my fourth graders, my incoming fourth graders. There's 30 of them. And I wanted to give my students exposure so that they're not intimidated by coding and robotics. It sounds very daunting. I'm not gonna lie, it's out of my wheelhouse. So I'm really looking forward to the volunteers that wanna come help in my classroom and for the camp. But essentially, they get a theme each year from Lego, First Lego League, which was founded by the gentleman who invented the Segway, and so he created levels of leagues. Challenge League, they get a theme. It's called Deep Dive this year. So it's all about exploring the ocean and how we can come up with creative solutions to protect our oceans. So the students will work as a whole class to kind of do the challenges that they're given. They have to code and build a robot that will go through and complete all the tasks that they're given. And then we'll take a subset of students, because I found out it's only 5 to 10 max, where they can actually go to a team competition and then try their. Kids are really looking forward to it. And thank you again so much for the grant, and I look forward to the volunteers.
While you have the mic, will you quickly tell what you found on our website when you went to look?
Oh, so I'm not gonna lie, I went to the Rotary Club website to see what is this Rotary Club all about when I was first applying for the grant. And I was snooping around and I scrolled down and there was a video. So I played the video and I'm like, wait a minute, that's my daughter. So my daughter, about 5 or 6 years ago, because she's since graduated, she applied for an engineering scholarship. And she was lucky enough to, I think it was like an independent couple who, provided a check to her every year while she was in college. And now she is giving back because she has volunteered to look at incoming applications and help out with the process. So it's come full circle. So proud of her. And thank you again, Rotary Club.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. My name is Deirdre Keene, and I am the librarian and technology teacher for an elementary school called LaSalle 2, World Language Academy in Wicker Park, the northwest side. So like I said, I'm the librarian. I teach all students in kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. You can see that I'm happy because I'm in summer mode here, summer vacation. But anyway, my proposal was to get books, Vox, V-O-X. And for the past year, I've had to borrow these books from my public library and bring them into my library.
What they are is they have, if you remember the old listening system where you had to play a CD and all the kids plug in headphones into the one CD player, well, now they've advanced more technology-wise. So now in the book, they have like a silver, like where they could, a silver box inside is not really big, but they can plug their headphone jacks inside the book and listen to the books that way. And I also can use splitters, headphone splitters, where more than one child can access the same book. And like I said, I teach kindergartners who come in and do not know the alphabet, do not know how to read yet. And I only have an hour with my kindergartners, or with all my classes actually, and see them every 4 weeks. So it's kind of hard to reinforce reading skills and literacy skills and comprehension skills that they are learning in their classroom. So when I borrowed and checked out these books from my public library, it was a big hit. And when my first graders heard that kindergartners were reading them, they wanted to read them too. And the word spread. So first and second graders are now able to read these books too. And their comprehension and literacy skills have improved because they now can understand and remember and read the words themselves. So this grant is allowing me to buy books from the company, and I will be able to have them and keep them in the library. I'm so excited. So I'm so grateful to Rotary One Grant for giving me this opportunity, and I am welcoming volunteers, like she said before me, to help read along with my kids in the library in the next year or so. So I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. And when I was perusing the books, they also have chapter books for middle school. And I teach 7th and 8th grade as well. And, a lot of students' first language is not English. And some of my students have dyslexia. So I thought, wow, this is great. I can get some books for the middle schoolers. So I added that into my Rotary One grant application. And you guys accepted it. So I'm so excited that the entire school will be able to utilize these books in the library. And if they want, they can check them home. And maybe their younger brothers and sisters will be able to read them too. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I gotta hold the mic. Wait a minute. Good afternoon, and thank you again. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Sharon Brown. I'm always looking for the PowerPoint, sorry. And I am from Bond Elementary School on Chicago South Side in the fabulous neighborhood of Inglewood. And so we have a lot of things that are happening in Inglewood, bad and good. So Inglewood has a revitalization program going where they're trying to restore and rebuild the community. Well, I thought, thinking of all the things that we have going wrong, what can we make go right? We know our children deal with a lot of external factors that prevent them from learning or wanting to learn. And so we have a lot of land where we are. We are housed in a building that used to be an all-boys Catholic school. So there's plenty of land, and we have a flower garden. Oh, that's nice, that's pretty. But I thought, what can we have that would be useful for our students? A garden. So it's called Bond's Growing Garden, and it's going to be a green garden for vegetables. Why is that important? Because, our students, every time they have lunch, they throw the green stuff in the trash. It is not what they want. All right, so let's change it. Found out through CPS there is a program called Farm to Table. So we have a teacher that will be certified to take things out of our garden and put it on the table. So not only will the students, middle school, 6th through 8th, we're going to start with that group, build and help sustain, plant seed to grow, which is a part of our Common Core Science curriculum in GSS also. They will be able to take what they have grown and then eat it in the cafeteria. Isn't that great? I think that's amazing, especially in the world of red dye number 5. Do y'all know what red dye number 5 is? Hot Cheetos, Takis, and all the other things that are popsicles, freeze pops, all those things. And Inglewood is also in a community that doesn't have a lot of fresh markets, so we're going to start at this school. For our 8th graders, we're adding a component of entrepreneurship. How can farming be an option for your future? And so those are some things that we're looking at. In the Inglewood schools at Bond, we have to accomplish a lot of things with small spaces and small time frames. So we go from eating healthy to career possibilities to keeping kids engaged to keeping them wanting to come to school where it's safe. Thank you so much again. I appreciate it. Look for me at Bond.
Thank you so much for that. Look at the great work we're doing out there in CPS schools. And Sharon, as a chef, I will be there to talk to them about that. Do, do, do. Okay, so next is the membership committee report. So Nancy. Sorry, Nancy, it's you. So Andrew was supposed to be here to do all of this for us. But basically we're, working on recruiting new members, coordinating membership, and engaging our members more in the coming year. And our growth strategy is to use social media outreach a little bit more, our DEI. As you can see, we're a very diverse and inclusive group. Most people don't know that. So we're going to talk about more and highlight that more and have more great social events in the coming year. And so part of congratulating our successes and our wonderful new members, we're going to recognize our members. Nancy.
All right. So I don't know, do you have the ones that, oh, Alita is so organized. She put little stars there for me. All right, so Alita's going to assist me in congratulating, first of all, Nancy Kelchbrenner, 5 years? Wait, what? Okay. Thank you, yeah.
Congratulations.
Buck, 6 years. Want to come up and get your certificate? She just sat down and we're going to make her get back up. Eric Williams, 6 years. So, oh, I was afraid I was going to lose my mic if you came up here, so. Sean? That'd be great. Okay. Love it. Okay, how's that? Okay, we got Sean Stringer, 7 years, and Betsy Meisenheimer is 8 years. Betsy, oh, there you are. So that's our 5 to 9 year group. Congratulations. And in 10 to 14 years, we have Margarita Hugo, is 12 years. Marshall Schmidt is 13 years. Did you see Marshall? Okay. Nope, sorry. I didn't see him. Okay, so 15 to 19 years. Khalid is, I'm sorry. Khalid Akami is 17 years. I'm destroying your names, all of you. 20 to 24 years is Lisa. Rost is 21 years. And Robert Finley is 23 years. Oh, wow, okay. But 25 plus, we have Ted Evil is 34 years. And R.W. Westerfield is 38 years. Wow. And Jim Buick is 41 years. So congratulations. They joined when they were 5 years old, so I know, that's amazing. And just going forward for our membership, we're just going to be looking at expanding on adding like corporate and nonprofit memberships. We'll be getting everyone more information about that and looking to, really add to our membership committee. And we've talked about really letting the world know, not just about our diversity of our club, but also what do we provide? And that's networking and also service. But I think what we see here today, and we've talked about that at the table a little bit, is the fellowship. And we need to get that word out there a little more. So we're going to be seeking more help in that. Thanks.
Okay. Is Neetha online? She is? Okay, so PR and marketing and DEI, we're just gonna keep on going. So our Job One committee report. So our Job One committee is our signature program in which we recruit Chicago high school juniors and seniors and wonderful employers, and we match them up for summer internships. It's been around for 21 years this year, so it's one of our signature programs. And we thought today we wanted you to feel and learn about the impact of our Job One program. So we have a wonderful student, Malachi Neely. He is going to come up. He was a student last year in our Job One program. And in Job One, we also, come on up, Malachi. We also give out scholarships and college awards. And so Malachi's school was going to Ghana this year, and he reached out to us and said, can you help us? Can you help me get to Ghana? So we gave him a $1,000 grant to go to Ghana, and he's going to tell us about his trip.
Hello. Hello, my name is Malachi Neely. I attended Whitney Young Magnet High School, and in the fall I will be attending Howard University as a rising freshman. During my Job One Rotary Club internship last summer, I worked in the Chris Laub law firm where I researched information for specific law cases. I enjoyed this work a lot as it matched with what I wanted to major in as a journalist. But sure, the money that I obtained was great, and it helped me tremendously as I had more financial freedom overall. However, the most rewarding part of the job for me was the knowledge I gained from working alongside Mrs. Williams and the Rotary Club members. I was able to receive resume writing tips and new interviewing skills through interviews conducted by the Job One Rotary Club program. And I was even able to receive LinkedIn page help that help with future employers that I may have. Originally, I was skeptical about going on my school trip to Ghana. I knew I was going to miss my comfortable bed, my loving parents, and most of all, my electronics. However, I wanted to witness not only how my people are rapidly growing and prospering, but also the history of my people and my ancestors. The slave dungeons were a very traumatic sight for me and my peers. We were given detailed descriptions about how the slaves were kept in enclosed dark spaces with no areas to relive themselves and limited food. We were told about how women and men who acted out of line were separated from the rest and sexually assaulted and even tortured. This experience, although very traumatic, was informative and gave me insight into what my ancestors endured. As you can see in the pictures displayed, this is what, oh, I'll take this off. Yeah. As you can see in the pictures displayed, this is where the slaves were kept and tortured. I was just gonna speak. Okay. Thank you. As you can see in this picture display, like this is where the slaves were kept and tortured, and like they weren't allowed to like relieve themselves, and they weren't allowed to like leave really. This is the like large like image or like the model of like how the actual slave dungeon looked, and this is like fired cannons at ships and people who were trying to like invade. So yeah, I was able to see, definitely a great experience. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is the first African-born Prime Minister of Ghana. He was a prominent Pan-African organizer whose radical vision and bold leadership helped lead Ghana to independence in 1957. Nkrumah served as an inspiration to Martin Luther King, who often looked to Nkrumah's leadership as an example of nonviolent activism. Me and my classmates got to see many interesting artifacts from his timeline, such as the Cadillac that was gifted to him by John F. Kennedy in 1961, and also his tombstone in Africa. Now, I have a quote from Dr. Nkrumah, and it really stuck with me. And the quote is, "I am not African because I'm from Africa, but because Africa was born in me." And this stuck with me because it really explains my experience as an African American visiting them and generally seeing what my ancestors had to go through and everything a part of our history. You can see, and this is a picture of how Nkrumah looked and like a visual image of how he looked in his younger years. We also have many pictures of how he looked throughout the years and like generally like how he looked when he was older. And lastly, we have a picture of his tombstone where he was actually buried in Africa. So yeah, it was great to see and definitely very informative. I don't have a slide for this particular topic, but the most impactful part of this trip was visiting a nearby middle school in an African village. We donated many items to the village, such as clothes and shoes. We also got to see the inside of the school, which sadly evidenced a lack of resources. Seeing the school made me think about how much I take my school's resources, and generally the education I am provided, for granted very often. And I feel this particular experience made me more considerate of my teachers and the schooling system overall. I'm once again very grateful for the financial support given to me by Mrs. Williams and the rest of Rotary Club. Without you all, this trip could not have been made possible, and I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Malachi. Okay, so Lisa Russ is going to give us a report about Women of the Year.
Thanks, Alita. Our 11th took place on May 14th. We had Sandra Blakemore, Amelia Domenko, and Maria Torres. Those were our honorees this last year. We had 77 people present. 7 people were comped. Those were guests and our honorees. But thanks to this club, you brought in 70 people in attendance. And it truly was, a home run. I know that our meetings have been smaller in recent years for COVID and for some other reasons. And I know that we're all working on that with Nancy and Alita and the team. But I was so proud and I'm so thankful for the people who showed up, whether you were a sponsor, whether you brought someone, or whether you just were present with us. That made a big impact on our honorees, and it again was just a wonderful and special day. So stay tuned for number 12. Thank you.
Okay, so now it's the International Service Committee. Marga, I think you're. There you go.
Okay, I don't know if you can read the small print, but I'm going to tell you in general terms. We are international partners with clubs in Bolivia, Sierra Leone, Serbia, and Paraguay. In Sierra Leone, thanks to Kari Hanlon, who is the executive director of Project Cure, we are going to be sending 2 containers with medical equipment and supplies to the Dr. Henry Cormoy Memorial Hospital. I have to say that his son, Sam Cormoy, is a member of the Homewood Rotary Club. So we are really thrilled because he approached our club, and you, Katie, were at the meeting, and the rest is she's making history, besides her massive ability to fundraise cash from other clubs. And so we have in Bolivia, a couple of members, Sheila Calderwood and I, visited Bolivia, and we are embarking with 4 other clubs, the other 4 clubs in the United States that are, besides Oakland, San Francisco, Oakland, Seattle, Los Angeles, and us. We pull our resources together to develop a program of awareness, prevention, detection of cervical cancer and HPV virus, and in some cases, those who are in the early stages of HPV, treatment. Okay, we are Shade and I had an opportunity to the hospitals, meet the doctors, meet the people in the local government, and they are all aware about this program. And then we went to Cochabamba and Sucre, to other cities in Bolivia. They want to replicate the same program. And, it's going to be really important because as of today, the rate of cervical cancer in Bolivia is, we can say, 26%. The numbers are horrendous. So what we're doing is bringing fast results with technology that exists in the United States, and it's not expensive, but the testing we do for HPV is DNA-based. So if you would like to learn more about it, I'll be happy to tell you more details. In Paraguay, we're going to be partnering again with an organization called Solidarity Bridge. We're going to be donating a craniotome for our national hospital, Itaugua. And that, I was shocked to hear that up until 2021, not a single brain surgery had been done in Paraguay yet. So that is another story. In Morocco, we are, with the help of a young group of students that they became an NGO already, we're going to be funding with the Rotary Club of Seattle, of Salt Lake City, a solar computer lab. And there's a school very close to this place where we're going to focus on bathroom and sanitation for girls so they can continue staying in school until they graduate. Mexico, we are part of a really huge global grant. There's a group of very well-off Rotarians in the city of Puebla that they are going to fund most of this project with top-of-the-line medical equipment from, everything is going to be new, and this is only going to be for people who cannot afford health care. And the care and the equipment is just, the best you can get. The total of this grant, the first one is $400,000, and the second is going to be the same, but the Mexicans are putting most of that money. Uganda, if you know Richard Ziegler, if you remember, we supported really big program that the organization that he leads, that is called Bulamu Healthcare, focuses on maternal child health and is developing healthcare program that eventually will go national, by which women who are pregnant are going to have a booklet where the doctors, when they do the visits, are going to be keeping track of the progress of the pregnancy, which at this moment in the vast majority of the country does not exist. And also there is a program that is called Help Babies Breathe, which is, in very plain terms, I tell you, it's a way of massaging a newborn baby by which you save his life. So since they started working on this program, I think about 47 babies' lives have been saved thanks to this training. And then in Bolivia, there's another project going on that we are supporting. That is a youth training program for waste management. And so that's what I have for now. There is more, but it didn't fit in one page we were allowed to show you. So thank you for your support, and keep donating to the Rotary Foundation because that's how we're able to get funds in DDF, as you know that, and those are the dollars matched into by the Rotary Foundation. So it is really important that we have your support as well. Thank you, Alita.
Okay, the president's report. So, our highlights from this year. So in 2023, we have done 2 community service scholarships worth $2,000. We did 2 scholarships for the Engineers Foundation for $2,800. We did 6 college awards for $12,500. We did a $1,000 grant to Ghana. We did a $1,200 grant for our Rotary Youth Exchange student that we are paired up with their organization, Link Unlimited. Rotary Youth Exchange is a program that takes high school students, gives them training while they're here in the United States, and they spend a year abroad at another country. They live in 3 different households in that country, Rotarians, and learn what it's like to live in different households, but they go to school while they're there. We did 2 Peace Fellows. One came from here 2 here from China, and we also helped one go to Cairo to do a Peace Fellow, and we have given out $45,108 in global grants this year. That is the work that we do in our club. We have had our ups and our downs. Fortunately, we had to raise dues this year to be financially stable. We've lost members. We've gained wonderful new members. Danilo and Ryan and our great new members, Chris, Phils. We're just looking forward to getting our members involved and being a part. But with all that being said, we can't do the work we do if we don't raise the money. So our Rotary One Foundation, our goal this year was to raise $25,000. As of right now, only 27% of our membership have donated, and we've raised $16,576. So we need to raise another $8,000 before the end of the year, fiscal year, which is June 30th. It's not looking good for my year, but all these great works and things that we've talked about, this is how we do it. This is how we give out the scholarships. This is how we do the CPS opportunity grants. This is how we give the scholarships that we give to current college students. You know, that $1,000, $2,000 that they're able to get is a difference between having books and not having books for a year. The 6 college awards that we gave away last year, 4 of them were returning students because we realized college doesn't get less expensive while you're there. It gets more expensive while you're there. And so we got you there. We want to help you graduate. I received an email 2 weeks ago from a Job One student, and he said he graduated summa cum laude from his class because he only had to work part-time because of the money we gave him every year, helped him to be able to focus on his studies rather than focusing on his finances. And so when you ask, what does that money go toward? That's everything you've heard today. That is what that money goes for. And much sadly, our Rotary International Foundation, our goal was $15,000 this year, and only 7% of our membership have donated for $3,500 annual campaign revenue. So what that means, as Margaret was saying, all those global grants that we do around the world, when we donate, in 3 years, we get a portion of that money back. And then that money is matched. So we use it, and then it's matched by Rotary International, and it's matched by other clubs. So that money gets used 3 or 4 times over. But if we only raise $3,500, we're only going to get $1,000 back in 3 years. What are we really going to be able to do with that? That's one grant. And that, you know, and you see the kind of grants that we're doing. We're building medical centers. We're helping with hygiene. We're starting waste removal plants and teaching people about recycling around the world. That is where that money goes. And I know some members are like, oh, I'll give to the Rotary One Foundation, but I'm not giving to International. I don't know where that money goes. Everything our International Service Committee does wraps around what we give to the International Foundation and how they match the money that we give. So with that, those wonderful little penny banks sitting on the tables. If anyone would like to give a donation today, but this is where we need to be better. We need to grow better, and we need to give more. And I understand it's hard for everybody right now. We do. But every little bit helps, be it $5, be it $100, be it $1,000. Every dime helps, every penny helps. And so I implore you to want to give more this year before the end of the year. So Sarah, come on up here and let's talk about what's going to be next year. New stuff. So we're gonna have a couple of changes next year, starting very soon, probably like 2 weeks. We need greeters. We need people to help set up meetings because we are trying to be more fiscally responsible, and so we are going to be cutting back on the on-hand assistance we get here at our weekly meetings with Big Buzz. And so with that, we need our members to step up and help us be here to set up the meetings, greeter, AV, because my husband only did this year because I was president, so he's not going to do it next year. I'm just going to be. And with that, I thank him very much for giving up so much of his time. The discount he gave us for what he charges other people to do what we do, we really should thank him for that. But Sarah, if you have anything to say.
No, I think that this is a really wonderful opportunity for different members to get more involved. So the greeter, for example, will be the one, it's kind of inherent in the word, right? You are the greeter. So you are the first face that people see when they come in. Like, who wouldn't want to see Khaled when they walk in, right? Like, I would. I'd like to see Khaled's face when he walks in, when I walk in, you know? And then this person would also help us if we have any walk-ins to register them for the lunch as well. Helping set up the meeting stuff, you know, put the bell here, put the pencils back there. Running Zoom, not necessarily as fancy as this, like we won't have extra cameras. So even though we might still have Zoom, it won't be like this. It'll just be focusing on what is on the computer up here. Again, it's all about being cost efficient, yes, but it's also about let's get you engaged, right? So let's be a little bit more active versus passive. And yes, like Alita said, it'll be starting next year, but remember we're in a fiscal year, so next year starts in 2 weeks. So be ready.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. And I still have more things to give away. So we have Paul Harris Fellows. And so Jim Buick, you are a Paul Harris Fellow +8. And I have your pen here today.
It's going to be +9 after I put the check in the.
I know. I was hoping +10, but I'll take +9. And then we have our Chess Perry Fellows. So our Paul Harris and our Chess Perry Fellows are those people that gave throughout the year, and they build up points and then they become fellows. So James Buick, you're a Chess Perry Fellow +14.
All right, this is getting annoying. People don't want to see this.
What I will say is Jim Buick, whenever I call or I ask him to step up for something, he does it. You know, I'm like, Jim, I need a little bit more money for job one. He's like, fine, I'll do another scholarship, Alita. I'll fix the shortfall. So, you know, they're so fiscally responsible at the foundation level. Yes, Wes? It is the second generation of the Buick family, and we're so proud to have him.
No, it's actually the second Rotary. My grandfather was not he focused all his attention on the Chicago Scots Society.
Oh. That's all right. We'll get your daughter in to fill in as you. Chess Perry +9 is Robert Finley. Come on up here, Mr. Finley. Thank you. Ted Nebel is a Chess Perry +4. Thank you.
Yeah.
Marga Hugo is a Chess Perry +7. As I catch her making coffee for people. I'm a Chess Perry +7, and my husband is a Chess Perry +6, Eric Williams. Thank you. Okay, so are there any questions that anyone has of me on my last club assembly? something for me?
Well, we're not going to see this. Well, some of you know that we were at the Singapore convention, Ted, and who else was at the convention from here? Oh, great, yes. And then I bumped into a gentleman, Jalil, from Pakistan, who says, you know, look, I get all the emails from the Rotary Club of Chicago every week and have joined on Zoom several times. So he gave me a $5 donation to the Rotary One Foundation.
See, I'm getting them from Pakistan. Can I get them from Chicago? Work with me, people. Anyway, anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns? I'm excited. I'm gonna miss it. Being president was an honor. To be your first African American president was even more of an honor. The support I've gotten from this club this year was, you know, everybody has something in their year. It was challenging. But it taught me to grow, made me a better leader, and just made me love Rotary even more. So, looking forward to being your immediate past president. I'm looking, best job in Rotary, man, and now I understand why. Look forward to supporting Sarah in any way that I can to support her in her year. And looking forward to being on the district board this year and helping the district grow better also.
So Alita, you have really brought me back into the club, re-engaged me, you know, put the arm on me occasionally, and happy to do it because you're a powerful woman, you're a very effective leader, you're a great person, and we all owe an extreme debt of gratitude to you for the job that you did this year. So thank you.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. It's gonna make me cry. So I know we have some visiting Rotarians, correct? If you could stand up and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from and why you're here.
Hello, my name is Katsuyori Aihara. So I belong to the Osaka Umeda Rotary Club in Japan. So I joined the Rotary Club in 2000 and was president in 2000 and president in 2020 to 2021. Yeah. I'm happy to be here today. Thank you very much. My classification of occupation in orthodontic dentist. Yeah, orthodontic dentist. But I retired this March, and staff doctor took over my clinic. So now my classification of occupation is employed. In there such a classification, now I have no income, but in a way I am happy. Last month, I went to Mongolia as a dental volunteers. I was surprised to see so many cavities in Mongolian children. Yeah, I realized that prevention is very important. I'm glad to be able to vocational service. Yes, being at makeup today will be one of my best memories in my life. Thank you very much. See you in Calgary, in Canada next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. And we'll do a flag exchange after the meeting for you.
I guess I'm a visiting Rotarian. I'm currently in the Tuscaloosa, Alabama Rotary, but I moved to Chicago about a month ago, so I'm looking to join this club. And my name's Matt Fajak.
One more guest. Or a couple.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Aaron Bryant. I'm currently an intern at Raymond James. I came here with Chris, and it's an honor to be here. And it was very nice for me to just come in here and see all the great work that you guys are doing. So just keep it up.
Thank you.
I knew you've been before.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melanie Neely. I am the mother of Malachi Neely. I was introduced to the program when he became a Job One student. I love Rotary. I love Alita Williams. She's doing such wonderful and phenomenal things for our students. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for what you all are doing in the coming years. So thank you. And by the way, this young man will need a scholarship. So no, shameless plug, shameless plug.
As long as he's get his application in on time.
Hello, everybody. I am the father of Malachi Neely. We were both introduced to the program when he joined the Job One program. We're very excited about his future. We're very excited about the work that he will be doing in the future. We're glad he got some of his start with his service work here, and we expect him to continue that on as well. So we appreciate that, and I thank you all.
Thank you. Okay. So this Thursday at Joy District, we have our club reunion or homecoming. Come hang out with me and Colette and Andrea Lumen. We're gonna go have a good time. I need some other people to show up. Come on, people. I know we're bad about registering to the last minute, but this is the last minute. I need some people to go register today with Trisha right here in the back. Come and hang out with us. Just let's get to know each other. Let's do some fellowship and have a good time. And I'm gonna make about 30 phone calls tonight, so we'll see how that works out. And the most fun of all, Sarah's installation next week, June 25th. Okay, here at the Union League Club, please register online. We need to know.
11.
11?
11 on Friday.
11 o'clock Friday, because, can I get that microphone? So we really do need to know by 11 o'clock on Friday because of the number of guests that are coming to make sure we're in the right accommodated room and everything else. And as much as I love you all to decide at the last minute to come and join us, next week would not be that last minute that I would like for you to show up. So please register as soon as possible. And you can volunteer with Spectrum Sailing. Spectrum Sailing is an organization that teaches children on the autism spectrum how to sail. So we do have some volunteer opportunities coming up, and we would love for people to, yeah, through Thursday. So you can still talk to Sarah about, excuse me, if you have any questions. Our annual Jesse White off to college trunk party is Friday, July 12th and Saturday, July 13th. On the 12th, we pack 500 bags. And when I say 500, it's really 500 bags. We count them out and everything. So we need as many hands on deck as possible to get, because we have one day between 2 o'clock and 7 p.m. to pack all 700 bags. And we pack pillows and sheets and toiletries and school supplies and so much stuff. Electronics, chargers, just everything to get them ready to go off to college. And it's all the things that we forget about. We're like, yeah, I'm ready to go to college. And then you stop and go, oh, I got to go spend another $1,000 to pack up all the things that they need to go to college to get them ready. So we have given and we bought all the sheets and some other things because they found sheets for cheap. So then we also, I don't know what else we bought, but we bought some other stuff. So, but we still need that. We still need hands on the ground. So please come out. And then we have a Square Roots Festival that me and Sarah are going to be at. I'm going to be there on the 14th. I think Sarah's going on the 13th and the 14th. Saturday the 13th. It's the same time as the Jesse White party, but you can go later because it's Square Roots Festival, so it goes to quite late in the evening. If you want to be a part, we need 10 people to volunteer so that they will make a donation back to the club. So I need 8 more people to get on there with us. Doesn't just have to be you. Bring a friend or 2 or 8. Happy Dollar started June 1st. So back to that deadline of registering so that the Union League Club doesn't have to go crazy trying to accommodate an extra 20 people that show up at the door. As a little fun reminder for us, we're doing Happy Dollars only to our members because you all should know by now to register on time. The meeting's the same time every week, you all know. And Calgary is here next year. We just finished up Singapore, so now we start pushing for Calgary. It's going to be a great time, June 21st through the 25th. They want you to register early to get the discount. And all those who are thinking about going, let's get together and talk about what we can do. I had a great time when I went to Hamburg. You know, that was a great time with Colette and everybody that went. And then Singapore, I hear was a great time. Australia was a great time. It's a great time to meet 30,000 Rotarians. They hit a city. We know how to party, let me tell you. I can't remember half of the stuff, but we partied a lot. And we have great educational programs also. Yeah, you know, education in the day, party at night, you know, it's always a great time. But it really is. And also to get us ready for when we have a convention here in Chicago in 2030, so we can have a good time. And now it's happy birthdays. This month, these are our wonderful birthday people, and only one of them showed up today, and that was Mr. Coletta Cowie. Dedicated. He knew it was his birthday. So with that, we're going to sing happy birthday to Colette. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Colette. Happy birthday to you. All right. And with that, would you come up here and lead us in the 4-way test, sir?
The 4-way test. Please. Of the things we think, say, or do. First. Second. Third. And fourth. Thank you.
And number 5, will it be fun? And with that, I adjourn this meeting.